Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. You know, folks, if you've been reading the papers or watching the news, you'll know that it was yet another day of bickering for lawmakers today in Washington, D.C. The subject was a proposal from Oregon Senator and sad business mime Ron Wyden. Senator Wyden wants to pay for the Biden agenda with something called the billionaire's income tax. Now, the details are a little complex. Let me try to explain it. Billionaires, there's this thing called taxes, and you should pay any. The proposal affects only people with $1 billion in assets or those earning more than $100 million in income 3 years in a row. Okay, here's a simple way to see if it affects you. Take your spare super yacht to your third house that's on the private island shaped like your own head. Look in your garage. If there isn't a spaceship in there, you're fine. Okay, calling. So you had to go all the way. You had to do all of that. Look at the Ferrari, too. Calling it a billionaire income tax was smart branding by the Democrats because Republicans are going to sound pretty out of touch if they oppose it, which they immediately did. Take Utah Senator and Dad telling a spooky story about a man with only one house. Mitt Romney. See, currently, billionaires only pay taxes on the money they make from investments like stocks after they sell them. But Wyden wants to change that, and Romney thinks that's bad for America.
The people are, these multi-billionaires, are going to look and say, I don't want to invest in the stock market because as that goes up, I'm going to get taxed. So maybe I will instead invest in a ranch or in paintings or things that don't build jobs and create a stronger economy.
What? Are you actually saying ranches and paintings don't create jobs? Tell that to Gary's Fine Art Emporium and Dude Ranch. Come on in and lasso a Picasso. Wrangle a Chagall. Y'all, rope a steer and peep a Vermeer. Yeehaw! Those dead guys could draw. No word on what's going to happen with this, except that Joe Manchin is against it, so it's dead. While nothing on his agenda was getting done, the president was in Virginia yesterday, stumping in the governor's race for Democratic candidate Terry McAuliffe, seen here looking at his poll numbers. The race is extremely close, still extremely close. So Biden came in with guns a-blazing against McAuliffe's opponent, Republican nominee and Jared Kushner clone, where they filled in the gaps with frog DNA, Glenn Youngkin. Biden questioned why Youngkin's suddenly so shy about his ties to the former president.
He won't allow Donald Trump to campaign for him in this state. What's he trying to hide? Is there a problem with Trump being here? Is he embarrassed?
Yes, is he embarrassed by the tang-faced, troop-insulting fascist with raccoon hair whose signature scent is burger fart? Is he... Biden went on to explain how, even though Youngkin appears unthreatening, he's still tied to extremism.
Extremism can come in many forms. It can come in the rage of a mob driven to assault the Capitol. It can come in a smile and a fleece vest.
Hey, don't drag fleece vests into this. As a middle-aged man, I can tell you it is impossible not to smile when you're swaddled in the fuzzy embrace of some Patagonia. You're not too hot, you're not too cold, your core is nice and cozy, but your arms are free to roam. But the real star of the show last night was Terry McAuliffe's dance moves. Look at that vanilla shake. Okay, Governor, maybe dance like somebody is watching. This isn't the only time McAuliffe has backed it up like a campaign bus. He also boogied with Barack, did whatever this is with Kamala Harris, and here he is last week advertising 0% APR financing and all new Honda Civics. There you go. There you go. It's a breakthrough. Fortunately, if McAuliffe loses the election, he can always go back to his day job as founder of the Father of the Bride Dance Academy. I paid for this reception, and I'm going to have a good time. Oh, this is nice. I like saying this. There's some good COVID news. Last night, an FDA panel officially recommended COVID shots for children 5 to 11. Yeah. Hey. Hey, kids, guess who gets to go to the doctor twice in the space of 3 weeks? And don't worry, he will stab you. Now, parents have been waiting for this for a long time, but it took a long time because these trials were thorough. The FDA report included every single health incident any child in the trial experienced, even if it was totally unrelated to the vaccine. For instance, one kid swallowed a penny. So now that kid's immune to COVID and valid for one wish if you toss him into a well. There's also, sure, toss him into the well. Toss him into the well. Toss him into the There's also a vaccine update for adults. The CDC has announced that some immunocompromised people can get a 4th COVID shot. Okay, so first it was you need 2 shots, then it was you need a booster, now it's you need a booster for your booster. Next is just putting people in the vax booth. Speaking, sure. Speaking of COVID. It's had some weird, unpredictable impacts on the economy, and we're learning about a new one now. Between labor shortages and stuff shortages, folks have seen an economy-wide decline in service quality. For example, even though Disney World's been reopened for months, they've yet to restart their parking lot tram services, forcing visitors to walk nearly a mile to enter the parks. Of course, this being Disney, they've rebranded it Simba's Boiling Asphalt Stroll. So that's a lot more fun. It's actually more fun than you think.
Oh, yeah?
Actually more fun than you think.
Asphalt? I don't know about that.
This increased level of sucking is happening everywhere. Airlines are putting customers on hold for hours, and Domino's is taking longer to deliver pizzas, forcing Americans to wait more than 30 minutes for disappointment. All right. Even highway rest stops are struggling to keep up the same level of service that they had before. And keep in mind, the level of service they had before was everything smells like a urinal cake. But this problem is a two-way street because frequent surveys suggest that rude shoppers could be fueling the labor shortage. Well, who conducted that survey? I demand to speak to their manager. No one calls me rude, and furthermore, no, you calm down. Oh, you're videotaping me? Fine, I'll videotape you too. That's fine. Look, we're both doing it now. No. Wrong. No. No. You're gonna be internet famous. I'm sorry, I snapped. Now, folks, I want to lay my cards on the table here. I love words. They're my favorite part of reading after sitting. And now there's even more of them because today Merriam-Webster announced the addition of 455 new words and meanings. That's so many. I can barely keep up the ones we already have. Like, did you know that ravel and unravel mean the same thing? That's insane. Or sane, since everything means the same thing now. Some of the new words are COVID-related, like super spreader, breakthrough, and vaccine passport. Do we really have to add those depressing words to the dictionary? That feels so permanent. Can't we just forget about them when all this is over, like we did with scurvy and gaucho pants and Space Jam 2? But there's fun. Do you like the Space Jam over there? You like the Space Jam 2? We found the audience. It's John Lampley on trumpet. That's it. You're the guy who wanted to go see it. You loved it? But there's fun new words, too. Other entrants include dad bod, air fryer, and fluffernutter, which is a crazy coincidence because the reason that I have a dad bod is that I air fry way too much fluffernutter. Now, no, you calm down. In airport news, also known as Hudson News, Delta Airlines is launching new facial recognition technology for security lines with the TSA. Bad news for smugglers who hide cocaine in their cheeks. Here's how it works. When customers pass through security, their image is taken, encrypted, and sent to U.S. Customs and Border Protection's facial biometric matching service. So now they'll have a permanent record of your face at its best after you woke up at 4 a.m., yelled at your kids, and stress-ate a Cinnabon over a trash can. There's also, and is this breaking? There's also a breaking crime story. Because this week, authorities seized whale poop worth $1 million. Whoa! Whale poop worth $1 million? That explains this scene from Moby Dick.
Now hear me. You are to look for a white whale. And bring me his doo-doo. I'ma make it rain.
Now, why is whale poop so expensive? Turns out it's a valuable ingredient in perfumes. Yes, you can find it in scents such as Chanel No. 2, Dingleberry, and who can forget this iconic Dior ad?
And you? What would you do for...
Well, poop.
Now, to be fair, sure. To be fair, there is some debate about whether it's actually poop, because technically, we're talking about something called ambergris, and there are conflicting opinions as to how ambergris emerges from the whale. Some believe it passes along with fecal matter, while others think that the whale regurgitates the mass as whale vomit. Well, which is it? I need to know if it's puke or poop before I spritz it on my pulse points. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Elizabeth Banks and CSI Vegas star Georgia Fox. But when we come back,